Is your favorite store about to disappear forever? It's a question more and more people are asking as they walk past shuttered doors and store closing signs. The retail landscape is changing faster than ever before, and no one seems immune. Picture your local mall, once bustling with shoppers, now eerily quiet with half the stores empty and the echo of footsteps bouncing off vacant spaces. The places we used to gather, shop, and socialize are turning into ghost towns. This isn't a movie scene. It's reality for thousands of retailers across the country. Entire shopping centers are being abandoned, and the ripple effects are being felt in communities everywhere. Iconic brands, names we've known for decades, are fighting for survival. 2025 is shaping up to be a brutal year, with more closures and bankruptcies looming on the horizon. It's not just about having a store anymore. Online competition is fiercer than ever. Shoppers' habits are shifting, and crushing debt is rewriting the rules of the game. Retailers are struggling to keep up with the digital age, where convenience and price rule. Nostalgia doesn't pay the bills. Even the brands you grew up with, the ones that defined your childhood, are at risk of vanishing forever. The memories remain, but the stores themselves are disappearing. In this video, we're counting down the 10 biggest retailers on the brink of collapse. These are the giants that once dominated the industry, now teetering on the edge. For some, it's already too late. The doors are locked, the shelves are empty, and the lights have gone out for good. For others, there's a sliver of hope. Some stores are fighting back, trying new strategies and hoping to survive against the odds. Let's break down what went wrong, why these retailers are struggling, and what it all means for you as a shopper, an employee, or a member of your community. The retail apocalypse is here. Are you ready for what comes next? Number 10 is Bed Bath & Beyond. A name that, for decades, was practically synonymous with home goods and affordable essentials for every room in the house. It was the go-to destination for everything from kitchen gadgets to bedding, and its blue and white storefronts were a familiar sight in shopping plazas across America. And who could forget those endless 20% off coupons? They arrived in the mail like clockwork, filling junk drawers and wallets everywhere, and became almost as iconic as the store itself. For years, shopping at Bed Bath & Beyond felt like a treasure hunt. Customers would wander the aisles, discovering new products and deals around every corner. But as the retail landscape shifted and more people turned to online shopping, the company struggled to keep up. While Amazon and other e-commerce giants mastered the art of convenience and fast delivery, Bed Bath & Beyond clung to its physical stores and relied heavily on its coupon gimmicks, hoping nostalgia would keep customers coming back. But as debt piled up and shelves began to empty, the company's desperate pivot to private label brands only left loyal shoppers feeling confused and alienated. The familiar brands they loved were replaced, and the magic of the in-store experience faded. Bankruptcy was the final blow. One by one, stores closed their doors nationwide, leaving behind empty shelves and disappointed communities. Overstock.com eventually bought the brand, moving it online, but the unique in-store experience and the era of the big blue coupon are now just memories. Bed Bath & Beyond's story is a classic case of what happens when a company fails to innovate in a rapidly changing digital world. The retail landscape is unforgiving to those who stand still. Brand recognition and nostalgia aren't enough to guarantee survival. To thrive, retailers must constantly evolve, adapt to new technologies, and truly understand what their customers want. Bed Bath & Beyond's collapse is a stark warning for every retailer still stuck in the past. In today's world, you either adapt or you disappear. Number 9 is Rite Aid, once a neighborhood pharmacy staple. Always the underdog to CVS and Walgreens, Rite Aid's aggressive expansion left it drowning in debt. Failed mergers and opioid lawsuits only made things worse, threatening billions in settlements. Meanwhile, competitors became health hubs, and Amazon entered the pharmacy game. Rite Aid couldn't keep up. Store closures followed, and in 2023, they filed for bankruptcy. Hundreds of stores are shutting down, leaving many communities without a pharmacy. The future? Uncertain. Rite Aid hopes to survive as a smaller company, but the odds are long. In a world of giants, being third place isn't enough. Rite Aid is on life support. Number 8 is Party City, the go-to for balloons, costumes, and celebrations. Their business relied on seasonal booms, especially Halloween, but slow months and bad years hit hard. Online retailers and custom party sites made shopping easier and cheaper. Even a global helium shortage hurt their core business, balloons. Bankruptcy followed in 2023 with store closures and a desperate attempt to reinvent themselves. They've emerged smaller, but the competition is fiercer than ever. Party City is no longer the king of parties, just another player fighting for survival. The party isn't over, but it's a lot quieter. Reinvention is their only hope. Will they make it to the next celebration? Number 7 is Joann Fabrics, a haven for crafters for decades. The pandemic brought a crafting boom, but it was short-lived. As demand faded, Joann was left with too much inventory and overhead. Online competition from Etsy, Amazon, and niche sites made their big stores feel outdated. Financial losses mounted, and in early 2024, Joann filed for bankruptcy. They're restructuring and going private, insisting stores will stay open. But bankruptcy is a last-ditch move. The crafting community is watching. Will Joann unravel or stitch together a comeback? It's a tough road ahead. Only innovation can save them now. Number 6 is Express, once the mall's go-to for young professionals fashion. Fast fashion giants like Zara, H&M, and Shein outpaced them with speed and price. The pandemic killed demand for workwear, and Express's core market vanished overnight. Mall traffic dwindled, and their online store couldn't fill the gap. Years of losses led to bankruptcy in April 2024 and nearly 100 store closures. Express is hoping to survive by shrinking and restructuring. But the fast fashion world is more competitive than ever. Express needs a new identity or risk fading out for good. Reinvention is their only shot. Number 5 on our list is The Children's Place, a brand that was once the undisputed leader in kids' clothing across America. For years, families flocked to their stores for affordable, stylish outfits for their children, making it a household name in malls everywhere. But times have changed. Competition from retail giants like Target and Walmart, along with a wave of nimble online brands, has become fiercer than ever. These rivals offer trendy kids' clothes at low prices, and their convenient shopping experiences have pulled customers away from traditional stores. As mall traffic steadily dropped, The Children's Place found itself relying on constant discounts and aggressive sales just to lure shoppers back in. But these deep price cuts hurt their bottom line, making it harder to stay profitable. The result? Mounting financial losses and the closure of hundreds of stores across the country. Once busy locations now sit empty, a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in retail. In 2024, the situation became so dire that The Children's Place needed emergency financing just to keep the lights on and pay their employees. Investors and analysts began to question whether the brand could survive. Now, the company is racing to cut costs, streamline operations, and boost online sales. They're investing in e-commerce and trying to adapt to new shopping habits, but time is running out as losses mount. Today's parents have more choices than ever before, and brand loyalty is fading fast. Shoppers are quick to switch for better deals, convenience, or fresher styles. The Children's Place is no longer the default destination for kids' clothes. It's just another option in a crowded market struggling to stand out. The next year will be critical. The decisions they make now will decide their fate and whether they can turn things around. Can The Children's Place win back families and reclaim its former glory, or will it be left behind as just another casualty of the retail revolution? Number 4 is Tuesday Morning, once a paradise for bargain hunters. Their ever-changing inventory and low overhead worked until bigger off-price chains like TJ Maxx and HomeGoods took over. The pandemic was devastating. No e-commerce meant zero revenue during lockdowns. Bankruptcy followed, and though they tried to recover, competition and supply issues persisted. In 2023, Tuesday Morning filed for bankruptcy again. This time, for good. All stores closed, and the company was liquidated. The treasure hunt is over. Even beloved models can fail if they can't scale or adapt. Tuesday Morning is now just a memory. Number 3 is Big Lots, the quirky discount retailer. Their mix of furniture, groceries, and seasonal goods once drew budget-conscious shoppers. But inflation squeezed their customers, and competition from dollar stores and retail giants intensified. Big Lots is stuck in the middle, too expensive for bargain hunters, too small to compete with Walmart. Financial losses and store closures followed. They've sold off assets just to stay afloat. Without a major shift, Big Lots could be squeezed out entirely. The fight for survival is on. Can they carve out a niche or will they disappear? Number 2 is Sears, the ghost of a retail giant. Once the store for everything, Sears failed to adapt to Walmart's efficiency and the rise of e-commerce. They missed the internet revolution, despite inventing the original ship-to-home model. The disastrous Kmart merger and years of neglect gutted the brand. Bankruptcy in 2018 left only a handful of stores, now more museum than marketplace. Sears' story is a tragedy of missed opportunities and stubbornness. No matter how big you are, if you stop innovating, you're doomed. Sears is fading into history. The only question left, when will the last store close? A cautionary tale for every retailer. Number 1 is the shocking collapse of 99-cents only stores. For decades, they were a West Coast staple. Everything under $1, a true bargain hunter's paradise. But inflation made their model unsustainable. Costs soared, but prices couldn't rise. Unlike Dollar Tree, they stuck to their price point, and it became a straitjacket. Rising theft and razor-thin margins finished them off. In April 2024, they filed for bankruptcy and shut down all 371 stores. No restructuring, just a total shutdown. Communities lost a vital resource for affordable goods. Even beloved brands can't survive today's retail storm. There you have it. 10 retail giants on the brink or already gone. The retail apocalypse is real. Online competition shifting habits, and economic pressure are rewriting the rules. Stores that can't adapt or innovate are vanishing, taking jobs and community landmarks with them. The future belongs to retailers who are nimble, tech-savvy, and obsessed with customer experience. The landscape of 2025 and beyond will look nothing like the past. Did your favorite store make the list? Who do you think is next? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe for more on the biggest shifts in business and retail. Thanks for watching.